You want to use gym time the most productively, but at the same time, you don't want to rush it where you don't get the best and most effective workout if you increase your rest times by a bit more. So you're unsure whether I should rest short, that way I can compact my workout, make it more efficient, or should I increase the rest times but the whole session is going to get dragged out? Now that's a very good question. And instead of giving you a fixed number, like for compound exercises, rest 3 to 5 minutes, which isn't really applicable, more of a guideline, I'm going to give you a proper checklist that you can tick off, and that checklist is unique to you. So all these rest times that you end up following is completely unique to you, ensuring that you get the best gains possible. The first reason that using a checklist is much better, apart from the fact that it's individualized, is that it saves time. Now, let's say you're doing a compound exercise, and instead of giving the generic guideline 3 to 5 minutes, and you're just staring there, watching the clock, staring it down, you feel ready to go at 2 minutes, but you've been told, I have to wait that 1 extra minute. Well, that 1 minute could have been saved in the actual workout. You could have been doing the exercise a minute earlier. And over time, this racks up. It's not just one set, you will save 1 minute. What happens if it's for multiple exercises? Not to mention if it's the other way around, where you need more than the full 5 minutes, because let's say this week you're going for heavy doubles, 2 sets, but each set is heavy singles or even heavy doubles. The first set, you've done it. But now for this next set, you need to be more recovered to ensure that you get both reps. If you were to only wait 5 minutes, most likely you would injure yourself, higher chance. Whereas if you took the full time required to rest properly, so your muscles were ready to go, your cardio was ready to go, every other factor was ready to go, you'd give yourself the best chance of not only completing the set, but also preventing yourself from injuring yourself. So without further ado, let's get straight into the checklist. These are the 4 criteria, and I picked it from RP. So shout out to RP, credit to them for the checklist, but it works wonders. So the first one is you can at least do 5 reps on the next set with the target muscle group. And target, let's just say, for example, if you're doing a set of quads, usually the target muscle group for squats is quads. So not something like your glutes. The second one is your cardio is not the limiting factor, which is especially important on compound exercises like the squat, because let's say your cardio hasn't reset and you're not ready to go for that next set. Well, that can be a problem. The third one is your nervous system will not limit you on your next set. So you're not thinking about how heavy the bar is and you're fatigued because of that. And the fourth one is synergist will not limit you on the next set. Synergist means additional muscle groups used in the exercise. Like in the bench, you've got your triceps. If your primary muscle group was your chest. And now using this checklist means that majority of the time, you're gonna fall in the 3 to 5 minute rest range anyways, but sometimes you might fall outside, and that's why this checklist is better. And also, who wants to monitor the time 24/7, right? Now you may say, well, I don't have that much time to spend in the gym, so can't I cut my rest time short? Like, why are there these 4 rules which I have to follow by? Well, the first one, your target muscle group should at least be able to perform 5 reps. Anything less than 5 reps on a set and it's outside the hypertrophy rep range, which basically means you wasted that set because it wasn't used to build muscle. It wasn't stimulative enough. So you wasted all that time to do that set and then recover from the set. Instead, where you could have just waited a couple more seconds and it would have actually made it a productive set. The second, third, and fourth point all refer to things apart from your target muscle group, whether that be your cardio, your mental fatigue, your synergists, so your secondary muscle groups. If they all fail first and not your target muscle group, then was that set even intended for your target muscle group? Because it's not being targeted anymore. It could have kept doing more reps. That's like on a squat, you're going to squat and your cardio has gave up before your quads. You could have at least banged out 5 more reps, but because your cardio is, you're huffing, you're puffing, or then you got to rack the bar and it wasn't really an effective set. You could have waited just that minute or 2 extra and made the set much more productive. But there is a way to save time in the gym, and that's to use antagonist sets, rest pause sets, and drop sets. Not shorting your rest times, but actually changing up the sets that you use instead of just using the normal straight sets. And if you want the detailed guide, I'm saying A to Z, how to use these 3 types of sets, then click on my video up here and it's got everything for you. And the first argument that I get all the time, aren't your muscles going to get cold if you wait for a long period of time? As if like waiting 2, 3, 4, or even 5 minutes is actually a long period of time. And getting cold, well, doesn't your pump last like at least 1 day? Like I know from my upper body workouts or lower body workouts, that pump is good to go even hours later. So there's no going cold after 2 to 5 minutes going cold. Nor does your body go from like, you know, the energetic fight or flight state straight to the resting state, you know. It doesn't transition that quickly. So that argument, it doesn't really work out because there's not enough time for your body to change states. The second argument is that, well, 1 minute rests mean that you'll sweat more, which will mean you'll feel beat up more. And isn't that indicative of a very productive workout? Now, as I've mentioned in one of my other videos, what constitutes or what defines an effective workout is not sweating. It's not how beat up you feel after the workout. It's actually the amount of work that you're doing. And if you want to find out exactly what that is, then you know the drill. Click on my video up here and it'll go through why external things like sweating and feeling beat up after your workouts isn't the best way to decide whether your workout was actually effective. That's all, boys. May the gains be with you, and see you in the next one.